All right. How's it going, everybody? Let me need to adjust this a little bit so that we can make sure that we get this nice and in there. And I will be right back. Need to adjust my hair a little bit. Okay. Just trying to keep my hair out of my face. So we're gonna throw on a little hair tie real quick. Get my a little bit out. All right, so we got my troll doll hair. What's going on, everybody? Meme has joined. Hers, Johnny Bryant. My pet bird has joined our conversation as well. So we're gonna do some painting. I haven't painted in a couple days. And I'm wondering how this is going to go because it's summertime. And that means that I have to turn on the air conditioning, which also means that I can't keep my door open, which that means that I'm going to have the smell of paints all up in my face. So we'll see how that goes. I find that I like to paint less during the summer, at least indoors, because it usually gets really, the smell really becomes pervasive in the room. There's an SAT word for you. So how's everybody doing? Lauren, Bailey, Ronnie. What's going on, Ronnie? That's a good name, Ronnie. And yeah, so we're gonna just knock out some painting, have some fun, enjoy the act of being creative. Creativity is life. That's the theme of today's live stream. Creativity is living, like every second that we're alive, we're creating something. We're creating a new experience. We're creating a new moment. We're creating a new idea. We're creating a new relationship, a new way forward in our life. So every moment that we're living, every idea is a creative moment. It really is. And what I think is great is once you're aware of that, big things can happen in your life. Especially when we start to lean in to our creative ideas and endeavors. So it's about 90 degrees in Los Angeles. That's not so bad, but I gotta turn my air conditioning down. So let's do that real quick. 76. We're gonna go cool, high, open exhaust. Our bird has fresh water. You got fresh water in there? Yes, you do. Okay, cool. So, one thing I wanted to talk about on my YouTube stream. What's going on? Maria Vasquez, Sunny Zepeda, Rice Smackers, Dre. What's going on? So one thing I wanted to talk about for my YouTube stream is an idea that was really implanted on my mind when I first started making content. And it's this idea that, it's really easy to make things that get people interested. And in what you have to, the videos that you make. And it's simply this. I mean, there's three real basic things that people want to see, right? Something that emotionally engages them, something that is very relevant to them, that helps them solve a problem, like, you know, oh, I'm having this issue with my partner, you know, what's a good way to solve it? So either something that's incredibly emotionally engaging, like funny, sad, or even like outrageous, or number two, something that helps someone to solve a problem. And of course, number three, which would be, I think this is probably the easiest one, is to create something that nobody has ever seen before. And the reason why I say that's easy is it's not this. There's a lot of people who haven't seen the things or experienced the things that you've experienced. And I think this is more of a concept that's, hey, appreciate what you've got in your life. There's a lot of interesting experiences that you have that a lot of people would be interested in. And I'll share some examples in a moment. So I grew up in a very warm place in Florida. And, you know, growing up in Florida, I never had a fireplace. Nobody in Florida needs a fireplace. And at some point, I discovered that fireplaces, if you live in a cold place, you probably know what I'm talking about, but I discovered that there was this key that you kind of like stick into the floor and you turn on the gas. And that's a thing that I had never seen before. And, you know, I made a video about it on TikTok, and that was like one of my best performing videos, was like asking people where does that key go? Have they ever seen the key? And I just thought that that was so interesting because, you know, there are a lot of experiences that people have not had that are right in your very own living room. Just you being a person alone, I mean, you know, you might not be a viral person, but you know, people outside of your local community have probably never seen you before. So I wanted to talk about this idea of really like leaning into these ideas that you don't not necessarily everything has to be incredibly unique or you know, one of a kind, never been done before, especially when it comes to artwork. You know, if you do a piece of artwork like this, chances are, if you make it totally by hand and you don't copy something, it's probably something people have never seen before. And history repeats itself. One thing I learned of becoming an artist was there's a lot of art that you see that's really interesting that you'll find is actually like a recreation of a piece that someone did earlier. So, hey, Nate, man, awesome. Nate, always here with the support. Really appreciate you. So right now I'm going to get started on working on this arm. And I'm going to do that by let's fix up this arm. I've been working on this arm for a little bit now. And I think that right now is about a good time to really just tighten it up. So this is a hand, and this hand needs to come down. There we go. So bring that out like so. And here we go. Let's see what it looks like on camera. And what we also need to do is start to tighten up these shadows here. So let's go ahead and add this, mix this color up with some of our super dark red here. We're going to mix our color with like a dark red brown, and we're going to create this separation that we need to start seeing here. So I'm going to add this separation, really separate the dark areas from the light areas. And this is really going to help us create some more defined spaces in our painting. And fortunately, I've allowed this to dry for a couple days, so I have this opportunity to work in this space here with some of these darker parts. So how's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing pretty fantastic. As I start to basically paint in some of these knuckles, you're gonna start seeing some more of this stuff come to form, basically, and just using some of the dark shapes here. And let's carve this arm a little bit, carve this shape a bit further. You can start to see how just adding shadows and certain elements can start to really add a lot more dimension to this piece. And you know, this is just me just working these in. Now there are some artists that prefer to, you know, have every section planned and to you know, be very, very specific every moment of where they lay down certain colors. But as far as what I'm doing, you get a more sense of I like a sense of spontaneity as far as work is concerned for my work, my art, and you'll see that. So here we go. Definitely adding in these outlines and throw in some more of these darker shades. And what we need to do right here is to finalize some of these shadows right in here. You need to create this separation right here. And here we go. So we're going to create this separation right here. And there we go. So, you know, just continuing to push out some of these edges. And let's go ahead and darken this space down here too. Get these wrists a bit more shadow. And then we're also going to move into some of the highlight. What's kind of interesting is there's a little bit of a light reflection on this, so I will need to adjust some of it and make sure that we capture that. But for now, I think we could do a lot with just this color alone. And just creating a bit more muscle dimension here. And here we go. So added in some of these darker shadow spaces. Now I need to decide right here. So let's see, that's going to come up. And yeah, let's go right here. Add in some shadow, just putting in some shadow. I really like to talk through a lot of my decisions. I find it very helpful. I was listening to this interesting interview with a bunch of artists, and a lot of the artists would, you know, this one painter would like ask these artists, like, you know, what were they thinking? And the artists really like weren't able to break down what they were thinking. And I think what's really happening isn't that an artist can't break down what it is that they're doing. I think it really is that most people are not comfortable just sharing their every thought and detail about their work. I think that's really the scary part. Like, you know, most people are not comfortable saying, hey, you know, I don't know exactly what I was doing at this very moment. and they don't say it out loud, so that it's a fear of letting other people know, being vulnerable. And I think that that's one thing that artists who do their life paintings and stuff, that teach their ideas, they're just they're not trained to explain every part of their process. And that's some of the stuff I do. I might talk a little too much about every step of the way, but that's what you can expect. So I'm done with this brush. I'm gonna clean it off a little bit. And I want to take a little bit of a finer brush. Let's find a finer brush. Find a good brush here. And these are all good brushes. But there's one specific brush that I'm looking for. Here we go. And we're going to go with some white and some yellow. We're going to make some highlight colors. So let's throw some highlight into this hand. Let's throw a little bit like right around here. And we're gonna throw some right in here. We'll figure out a way to eventually blend this all in better, but for now, I want to just formulate some of the shapes and where these go. And here we go. So I'm gonna blend some of this space in here. Let's go down into here, carve this area out. So I'm basically using the orange as the bottom layer of this. It's pretty much dried by now, and I'm going around just painting like this lighter off yellow white over it. And we're gonna experiment with this. Let's keep going with this color and explore this direction that we've gone and see what happens. So here we go. Bring this color out a little bit more, put it right across the knuckle here. And then just go like that. And let's add a little bit more yellow and red. And here we go. Let's create this right here. And get the tip of the knuckle right there. We're just gonna start throwing in our own little form here. So this is a little different. I've gone past a point of no return here. So basically, I have to commit to what I'm doing with this color. And we're gonna see where this goes. I don't know. Where it goes, nobody knows. Let's start playing with some of the red here. Let's go around here with some of this red. Let's give it the shape with some of this red muscle here. And there we go. It's creating like an interesting, interesting texture across this body. I think at some point what I just got to do is just go in with like a darker color. So let's keep going with this. Let's go darker in this area. And we're going darker into some of the shadows, just adding various marks here. Where will this take us? Let us see. And let's go like this. We're gonna go put some of these darker colors into here, and let's paint the rest of the body. Let's go boom, 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 boom. Clean off this brush so we can add some bright colors to it. We'll add some pink in here. Let's do that. Let's just add some pink here. So bringing in some of the colors and blending them together, giving them an opportunity to like have this merging, but at the same time you know what, I will admit, this is probably my least favorite arm so far. Let's see what I can do. This is probably my least favorite arm so far. Not really happy with it as far as what it's become. So let me think of what I can do to to make it more where I want it to be. And here's what I'm gonna go for. Looking for a nice brush. The Rosemary Cologne Flat. Gotta use this rosemary color. Let's just see how it looks as I just blend this all in. I think it's giving like a bit of a rawness, like a raw, just a natural skin color, just by blending these areas. And let's see right here. Let's go bring some of these colors together. All right, that's like a positive outcome. Taking all these colors and blending them, and then getting some of the shape here. A little too much juice there. Let's see, what can we do about this area? You know what, let's leave the arm alone for now. We'll come back to it another time. Might come back to it later. And let's start on the leg. This is one reason why actually, you know what? I want to do a little bit more here. And I want to see how this looks with a bit of blue. I'm going to throw in some blue down here. I still feel like the muscle edges are a bit too hard and too distinct. Let's see, where do we go? So I've reached an interesting point. I feel like if I was like if I was like like super well known and I was just doing this privately in the quiet of my own studio and I didn't live stream, I'd probably this is probably one that I would like throw in the garbage can because I'd be so annoyed. They said that about like Claude Monet is he would like finish paintings and then he would just totally get rid of them, throw away like hundreds of paintings because he didn't like the way they looked or whatever. And I wonder if it was something like this, you know, like an experience like this, just doing a painting, trying something out and just not working, and you push it to a point where it's like, yeah, it's not going to work out, dude. Quit trying. So it just happens that I happen to be experiencing this live. But anyway, huh. And either way, this isn't the right brush, but let's see. What can I do? Is there any way to recover this piece? Maybe we'll try this. We'll try to carve it away. Carve it away with some of this brush right here. So we're gonna go right here. Carve it away. Let's see what we can do. Maybe it'll come up with something. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I've like on this piece, I'm like at a point where I'm like, you know, at this point I should just keep like kind of messing around and see what I could do with this. Because this is not going to be the greatest arm. Let's see what I can do, how I can experiment and modify this to look more interesting, mildly accurate, but more interesting. More importantly, interesting. Hmm. I might have to let this sit a couple days. Let's start on the leg. Maybe our leg project will come up with something better. So we're gonna start with our leg, and let's see what we're gonna do. Let's go with a yellow. And we're just gonna paint this as just a nice yellow here. Paint this all down. This has a pretty straightforward leg. I was at this great art gallery the other day, and this artist had like 2 yellows next to each other. He had one yellow, it was mac and cheese yellow, and the other yellow was a mustard yellow. And I gotta say, like, they did such a great job of separating the 2 yellows. I was absolutely fascinated by the different color scheme. So I feel like this yellow isn't transparent enough, or it's too transparent, I should say. So I'm actually having an opportunity to just paint it all the way down. Let's go like this. So we're just gonna push this out here. And let's see. So throw this hand down. And you know what? Just what's up, Donnie? Am I painting Squidward? Maybe. Maybe I am. Maybe this is Squidward. So what color is Squidward? Oh, I guess Squidward is pink, right? That's how you came up with that, huh, Donnie? So here we go. So I'm actually painting over these darker shadows, and we're gonna figure out how to work them a little better. Now that we have this color, let's go with a bit of orange here, or our vermilion. We're just going to go straight down at the bottom. With this red, or this vermilion color. We're just going to leave this here. And there we go. Let's clean up this brush. And we're going to go big all the way around with a different color. Probably a black. Let's go with the black all the way around. We need a nice big brush to spread it around, so we're going to use this one. And we're going to dip it in some of our mineral spirits. Grab our black. I guess this is maybe a dark blue or black. Well, I guess it's a black. we go. So painting in the heel, carve that out, give it some shape here, carve around. Carve around on this side. And the theme that I'm going for is definitely black and yellow. Perfect color thanks to the Pittsburgh Steelers. What a perfect color combination black and yellow is. I gotta say, it's probably one of my favorite color combinations is black and yellow. I guess a form of like black and gold, you know? All right, we got Gecko and Games. Oh yeah, Gecko, what's going on? I remember that name, something about geckos. I can't read your message right now. I'll step back to the phone in a minute, but to read it in a moment, I just gotta clean off my brush real quick. I can tell I've used a lot of mineral spirits because my eyes are burning. So I don't have my doors open. Usually I like to have my door open when I paint, but because it's summertime and it's really hot out. Alexa, what's the temperature right now?
Right now, it's 78 degrees Fahrenheit.
So it's 78 degrees, which means I think it's still a little too hot to open my door. I might check it out in a second, but let me see. Just so we could get air out this room. You know what? Not too bad. Let's turn off the air conditioner. It's not too hot. But alright, so can't stay, playing games with friends. You like the progress? Thanks. Hop in a match. All right. Well, hey, take care, geckos. Hope you figure out what you're. Hope you do a great game, and you find what you're looking for in that game. So very cool. Great to have gamers stop in just before they play a game. It's very rewarding. So anyway, let's do this. I have to still clean my brush off a little bit. Do a lot of brush cleaning. This is a funny one because this leg right here is a funny one because I used a really dark outline and now it's got this very transparent yellow over it. So in order to make it work, I have to do something else to it. I have to basically, what do I have to do? I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I think what I have to do is soften the mix between the black, the outline, and the yellow. So let's figure out how to do that. Let's maybe use. Let's use a less transparent color here. I'm gonna throw down some ochre. I said ochre, but I'm probably gonna use something else. Something else inspired me. Another color has inspired me. It's a very wet painting right now. There we go. Carving the shape out a little better. Although it's not quite doing the full yellow, but I think this will help to modify the shape. So let's pop one bit in here and some more in here. Create a little bit of roundness, round this part out, and then round this piece out here. Let's go like this. Okay. And let's go bring this down. Let's see how this is looking. Maybe a little better. I think this one's probably going to need another day too. I'll have to come back on another day to really define the lines here. It's because I use such a thin layer of yellow that it's almost transparent, that some of this is popping up. Some of these lines are popping up where I shouldn't necessarily have them. So All right, Jax, what's going on? How you doing? Hey, nice art, rocks, good artist. Add veins to the arms, add veins, and it will look super good. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely add veins. Honestly, I still have a lot of work to do on these arms. I messed up this afternoon, so I'm probably gonna need to give it a day before I can add the veins. But let's see. I don't know. Let's try adding veins right now. I've gotten a little break from this other piece, from this other leg. And let's see if we can build up something here. We'll add veins, all right? And I go by Emmett. What's up, Jax? Brett, Jax. What's up? So I'm gonna air out the room though, because these paint mineral spirits, I can feel them. And you know what's funny about these arms? I feel like the arms get bigger and bigger. Get bigger and bigger the more I paint it. All right, yeah. So this arm has gotten pretty big the more I paint it, but let's see. Let's do these veins. In order to paint veins, I need like a really subtle, very light green. So I'm trying to find a good brush here that can help to do this job. Let's go with this one. All right, let's see. So if we're gonna do veins, it's gotta go start from like right here. Let's pull this out. And so slowly adding in some veins here. Do it with the green. Let's maybe throw in a little blue. Just for a little color variation of these veins. No, where would a vein go on an arm? I guess like right down the side of the bicep, right? Like into this corner right here. Trying to look at my own bicep to see where it would come down. It'd probably just come down right through here. A little bit of green. Here we go. We kind of start to see some of these veins start to form just by adding a little bit of blue and green. Just like a natural vein color. I don't really like this brush, doing it with this brush, because it's kind of, this brush is a bit, it carves away too much. But, you know, whatever. And then let's go if that's the side of the arm, let's see, I'm using my own arm as a sample. So I think there would probably be a vein like right here, right? Like just. There you go. It's a very vascular arm. Maybe it's a little too much vein. You know, what do you think? Is it a little too much vein in there? I think the veins look too unreal. Like, you can see my veins, right? Yeah, there we go. There's some subtle vascularity in there. Trying to see what it looks like on camera. If you can even see them on the wrist there. Huh. Yeah, you can see the veins a little bit. It's sad. These veins are pretty big. But it does add some dimension. I like it. It's subtle. What about in the arms? I guess if your shoulders have a vein that kind of comes down that side right there. So wherever that vein goes. Oh yeah, all right, we could probably go up. Let's see. Go up and around. Yeah, there we go. All right. Just carving this out. Good idea. And we're slowly just gonna add some more color into here. Add some little pops of blue. It's a massive, very vascular arm here. Oh yeah, look at how blue. That's a little way too much, huh? That's a little way too much, but you know what? Here we go. Let's go pop, 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 pop. And there needs to be some more vein going across the hand too. If only I could see my own hand right now. It's got to be veins going across the wrist, like right here. You usually see some vein. Actually, this needs to be a bit more yellow and white. Too much blue kind of makes it look a little bit too much, but right around here, let's kind of cross it around, right? Using my own veins as a sample here. Very, very vascular. I think it's okay to just kind of let them fade away. All right, take care, Jax. Thanks for some of the suggestions. So this vein is way too much. We're gonna cover that. We need to modify this vein here. Too much blue. All right. Not bad. You just end up looking like some super vascular arms. I'm trying to see if there's any other notable veins that kind of like pop up around the arms on the back. Let's see. Maybe down the back a little bit. Kind of making this up right now. Some subtle. The very vascular person, you can just see the vein kind of carving away and disappearing. What about right around the arms? There needs to be a little bit of coloration change right in the forearm here. There's a lot of veins right here. There's like a little triangle of veins in this little section right here. All right, Trixie88 has joined. What's going on? Hello, welcome. Yeah, I love this variation of color as far as the veins go. I mean, I do have to improve some of it, but even when you do calves, when you do someone's calves, there's a lot of veins, especially, oh, this is the big toe. So the big toe's on the inside, which means there's going to be some veins coming down the leg here. Let's try this on this leg here. Modeling after my own leg. There's going to be some veins coming right down to the ankle, coming from the back around the front to the ankle. And let's go. Just throwing in some new vein ideas. Some new vein positions here. Maybe some right around the top of the ankle here. It's like a spider web. And honestly, I want to fix up this spotty right here. These veins are a little too thick. So we're going to blend this down a little bit. And some of these veins are a bit too much, so we're gonna make them a bit gentler. I think what happens is usually veins have like little highlights along them, so kind of throw in a highlight, a little bit of a orange highlight around it. So we're gonna pick where the light's coming from. If the light's coming from that way, then we're gonna put the highlights along this edge here. That's an incredibly vascular arm, people. So definitely want to take a break on that. And let's go back to formulating some of the veins on the leg here. There's one that goes around the front of the ankle. And then across the top of the foot. So it comes from the back to the front. It is interesting because the last thing that people really think about when drawing a leg, it's probably the veins. But there are some very thick veins on the legs. Very thick veins. What about in the upper leg? Probably right around the back of the thigh. Oh yeah, there's a lot of veins right here. Kind of just see them and they're just there. I think it's getting a little too vascular, but I kind of like it. You know, I kind of like this effect that it's having. Gives it a bit of realism. Now these are definitely wonky, and I think the hand needs some work. But for now, let's see. Let's lay down some of this paint here. Gotta throw this paint down. Airing out the space here. Oil paint is definitely one of those mediums that you can't really paint in a if it's in too tight of a closed environment, because you'll start to get the fumes. So let's see how we can tighten this space up right here. Why don't we go with this yellow that we were working with? Oh, actually, gotta clean this brush up a little bit. All right, that's better. So we're going to take this color, mix in with our bit of our yellow. Let's see what we can do with this space right here. We're going to go and let's see. Here we go. The other problem is I've lost some of my flesh color. And I don't feel like remixing it again. So basically I'm trying to work with whatever color I actually do have, which is not the original flesh color here. And this is going into that piece. Let's go like this. So let's add a nice highlight right around here. And maybe a little bit more shape of the finger there. Blend this area around the sides a bit. Man, this arm really looks pretty wild, huh? It's like some an interesting level of realism, but what do they call it? Uncanny valley. It's like realistic, but it's not. Just a little bit unrealistic enough to make your mind be kind of confused. A bit of this, and we're gonna paint this color up. And then get a little bit of color into here. And let's see, so right there. Let's go. You know what I think is interesting is like, I feel like a lot of people, a lot of like art teachers would say, oh, you need to know anatomy before you can do this. And while I think knowing anatomy would be very helpful as far as like painting some of these muscles are, I don't think it's totally that necessary. As long as your power of observation is really good. So we're going to add a little bit of a shadow here. And push some of these colors away. Clean off this brush. I have a space that I need to add some stuff into. And that's it right here. And let's go like this. Gotta formulate this section a little better. Here we go. It's almost a bit too real, isn't it? Let's go like this. Got a little bit more color. Where should I lay it down? Right around. Need a highlight somewhere. All right, clean this brush. And here's what we got to do now. We need to make this green. I have so many tubes of white. You know, I got to think about, I just realized that it's kind of interesting to think about how painters used to paint back in the day, right? Like painters back in the day really couldn't paint outdoors because they didn't have these paint supplies that I have today. So I find it really interesting to think about this fact that that it really is this luxury. It really is a luxury to have, some of these paint supplies and to be able to just paint so freely. Used to really have to be very, very, for lack of a better term, precious with your art supplies because they were very, very expensive to acquire. You had to get the pigments, and then you had to mix them on the spot pretty much. And you pretty much had to mix them on the spot. That needs to be shadow. Oh, that's a shadow of the finger. It's not a shadow of the finger. That's a shadow of the thing right here. So I really need to be blending these two shadows together. I guess I could blend them together and bring this out a bit. All right, so the realism is starting to come together. Let's actually use the screen to kind of top off some of this. Give these little pops of vascularity. And here's what I also need to do right now. I need some way to kind of blend these two together because look how hard and separated these parts are. So I need to find a value that's like a color that's gonna be good to just kind of bring them together. Because this super huge separation in color is just not gonna work. So what I can do, maybe let me find an in-between. Oh, this might work. Let's see. Nope. A little too dark or too bright. All right, there we go. Huh. Problem solved. So a little bit, just this one little color to help to kind of combine these two spaces here. Rather than having these like super visible edges. I think that's better. All right, what do y'all think? Probably something in between right here. I think that's a little softer. All right, we're getting somewhere. Let's see what we can do about this side here. Maybe we'll go with the red. Let's do that. Let's tighten this up with some red. Like a deep red color. And that's what we're going to use for this shadow here. So we're going to start with the knee. Pop around with the knee. Bring this forward. The entire front of the leg is basically going to have a shadow. And here we go. So bring this around. Why am I doing a shadow in red? Because just to add some variety of this design. You know what I want to do here? Actually, I want to start throwing in some red into this finger. Let's just add some expression into this, you know, like make it a little bit more fun, make it pop. Just a little bit, some bits of expression to give it some personality, you know, give it a piece of ourselves. And the way we're doing that is just by adding Adding in red, bits of red. Hints of red. Add into this expression here. Where might I find red on my own arm here? Let's just add some red right around the edge here. Just to give some flesh, just give that lifeblood, you know, that sense of blood there. Sense of color, dimension. Bold strokes. Bold strokes, bold strokes. Human body is such an interesting thing because there really is so much variety on like skin color. Like not just skin color, but you know, vascularity. And you know, for me, I'm not that vascular, but you know, every little bit you can kind of, every little variation of color that you can see on your own skin is something that you can really paint and capture. You know, like the blues and the greens of your veins and the, you know, the way they change color from one angle to another and the lighting and everything. There's so much to capture that to not do so is a shame. Maybe not a shame, but like, you know, it's just, it is what it is then. Let's do this. We're going to go with pink nail. Let's do that here too. Let's actually create the nail right here. We're going to bring back this like dark red. Where is that? I need some of that dark red again. Let's use up the rest of this purple red. Actually, we got purple red here, and I think this is our sienna. No, that's our red ochre. Let's use up our purple red here. So I'm going to pull out my paint tube squeezer, my tube key as they call it, and make sure that I get all my purple red out. $12 milliliters is a lot of paint. I mean, I guess it always depends on what you're doing, but it feels like a lot of paint. So we're going to mix in this purple red. And let's go like this. So I'm going to go into here and get this nice and dark. So just adding some more of the form. I can fix this heel in a bit, but for now, just want to get these shadows nice. Darken up these shadows a bit. And let's get this calf right here. So this is going to come out at like a triangle here. So we're thinking like this, come around like so. Needs to curve up into the calf a little bit. And once we have this shape, we can actually start to like improve upon it later. But I just want to start getting some of the forms of the calf right here. So let's bring this calf. That's basically going to form a little shape with that piece right there. Now let's go across the top here. Same thing, really just looking to create the shadow. And then a bit more on the other side. So one thing I gotta do is I gotta round out my thigh a bit. So I have to push this yellow out a little bit later, but for now, just getting these basic colors out here. See what we can do. Let's throw some of this color into our black space right here. And I want to carve out this area. A little, round this out. And here we go. So let's see. Yeah, it's fairly accurate as far as the overall length goes. You know, my head's a bit bigger, but if you were to account for like length or width or something, or like angle, so it looks like this arm is holding something. So yeah, it's fairly accurate. This isn't actually modeled after my arm, by the way, but you kind of see how the dimensions are close, which is great. It's what we want. Let me see if I can carve out a hard edge here. So I need a hard edge right here. This is a very deep shadow here. Deep shadow there. And then there's going to be a deep shadow right in here. We will soften that a little later. But that's the general idea. Let's go right down here. So you know what I want to do? I want to actually throw in our next leg somehow. We're going to merge this all together in some way. So let's start our next leg. And I'm going to go... I really want these things to kind of blend together. So this leg's going to go behind. I'm going to basically plan it to go right over here. You know what? I'm going to sketch this out with a gray-black so it's easier to see. And I got to use a looser, thinner paint to make this happen. So we're going to sketch this like right here. There we go. And then we're going to go like this. So it's going to feel like it comes straight across pretty much. And it's the very edge of this heel. Okay. Let's go like this. So it's going to pop across. And what's going on, Briar? What's going on, Briar7? If I've been ignoring you, which I guess it's not if, I really have. I haven't been able to focus on chat as much. But Briar, thanks for all the likes. Really appreciate the support. I don't know if you're still in here, but let's see. Who are my guests right now? Briar is not in a room, but since Briar is not in a room, I want to say thank you. Anyway, Briar. So right now what we're doing is I'm sketching out this leg here. Sketching out this leg, keeping my paint nice and thin. And thin is just basically less oil, so that the consistency is like much easier to work with. And we're gonna paint over all of this. It's an experimental one. So that needs to be about 1, 2, 3 times that. So one. So this is 1, 2, and then 3, and up like that, and then up like that, and then this part pretty much comes out. And then we're going to pop this over like so. And this middle point needs to come right over the top. This, and then we're going to go like this. Let's go up. It's going to go like this. Yeah, this leg needs to be a bit bigger. So we're going to bring this out a bit, pop that down. What I want to do is I want to make this foot just a bit bigger. So we need to bring this down. There we go. Bring this heel up. And now we have it. So let's go again. Let's knock out some shadows. We can actually use some of this dark gray / black for the shadow. Oh yeah, actually we should carve out our design here. So let's do that. Let's go. And see, the bottom of the leg just kind of comes up. So this is the shadow right here. That's fairly accurate. So we're going to bring this shadow down right here. And we need more black. Let's do black. So Angel Dust, NJ Wins, Girly, what's going on? Let me see who's in the room right now. We got Hers, Cody the Penguin, Sarah Rowan, Jade, Brock Bro, Brian Harris, Tiffany, Lendy, Trish Sweet, Coy, Ted from TED Talks, Cheryl Diaz. What's going on? How are y'all doing today? So I actually decided last minute that I'm gonna paint behind this arm. So we're gonna paint it black, which means I need some black. And let's go ahead and just get these legs drawn in. Get some more of this black. We're gonna paint in like so. And let's go across like that. A little bit of a leg shape right there. So this painting this into the background. This is something a little different. Let's think of a good color that goes with black that will actually show up in this. We've already got the black down. Got the flesh color, we got the yellow, red, yellow, blue, black. Trying to find a good color for this second leg here. That's the decision we're making right now. Let's go. know what? Let's just cover it with a white and see what happens. It'll probably mix in all the colors that are around it, but hey, maybe it'll have a positive effect. I love seeing, you know, when various colors mix together that you might not have expected at first, and it all just works out. So let's just expect it to work out. But I always like to add colors. I always like to add a little bit of variety. You know what? Let's just do it, black and white. I have to spread out this white so that I don't accidentally mix the color. I want this to be more of like a pure white, cleaner white. There we go. Uh-oh. It's dripping. Too much drip. Look at that. It's dripped into my painting. Oh well. What do? We just live with it. We live with it. Let it become a part of our painting and our process. I'm just filling in the details here. Do we allow our mistakes to define us? No, we do not. We allow it to take us into new directions. As one of my wonderful TikTok live viewers had said, there's no such thing as a mistake, there's only new directions. Now Bob Ross, I believe he said there's no such things as mistakes, there's only happy accidents. But they said no such things as a mistake, only new directions. And I like that. So here we go. It's like dripping all over, but that's kind of neat. I like that. I can live with this drip. This bit of drip here. I can dig that. I can do it. A bit drip down here too. I definitely want to tighten this up later, but for now, let's lay down all this paint we can. Let's throw some into here. Okay, that's kind of nice right there in that piece. I love a good circle in my paintings. Okay, and what do I want to do around the outside of this? Let's go with our purple red, of course. Or, let's go with this yellow. Yes, we'll go with the yellow. It's too transparent. Man. Bring in some red. I think red helps to reduce transparency. That's all right. We'll keep with that. I'm gonna add a little bit of eye just to give it some differentiation here. And here we go. So we're gonna bring this down. And let's let this dry overnight. What's going on, ATG and Chris E? Well, I'm actually about to wrap up. How are y'all doing? Hope you all are fantastic. I'm actually about to wrap up on this. What's going on? Tell me the latest with y'all. What's the biggest news? It's been a few days, right? We've had an opportunity to chat. Try any interesting food, meet any interesting people. While I'm closing my materials up. Have I ever messed with spray paint? You went to camp and met this really cool girl. Hey, awesome, dude. Congrats. Well, I hope you told your parents, and your parents helped to arrange a day for you to hang together outside of camp or whatever. Congratulations. Meeting a girl is always exciting. Make it fun and playful. So there we go. And then let's see, what else? Have I ever messed with spray paint? Oh yeah, so I have not messed with spray paint. I've definitely not messed with spray paint, only because I just never got into it. I invest so much into oil paints. So I'm gonna allow this to drip and soak a bit. Oh, she lives an hour away. Hey, whatever. That's all good. Let me turn this off. All right, those of y'all on my TikTok, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up for now. Let's do that. Let's pop back in another moment. All right, so she lives an hour away. That's all right, man. Like, sometimes you gotta get your parents to take you out on a trip, Let them know what's up. I mean, as long as her parents are cool with it, right? I'm sure your dad would be very excited that you met a girl that lives an hour away. But what's up, Noodle? How you doing? I'm actually about to wrap up, but you know, happy to stay on for a few moments while y'all are here. Pull this thing out of my head. Not painting no more, so I don't need it. Just woke up. What time? Oh yeah, you're in Bangladesh, right? Or is that or Turkey, or can't remember where everybody's from, but so she lives an hour away. Bangladesh. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, hey, thanks for catching this at a before, just as you woke up. You know, let me stick around for a few minutes. Bangladesh. Yeah, I'm gonna stick around for a minute or two. Yeah, is that uncommon? Do people not pronounce? You don't think people can pronounce the Bangladesh? Yeah, I guess people don't. They don't. It's just it's that I think it's not that people can't pronounce Bangladesh. I just think that people don't put in the effort, you know, to try and say things correctly. It's mostly just lack of effort. Bangladesh. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely be Bangladesh. But hey, what's new with you, Noodles? So ATG just met his future girlfriend and or future girlfriend or current, you know, soon to be girlfriend, and I don't know, you just woke up. What's going on? Yeah, you doing all right? Let me see if I could like do 2 streams at the same time without any art. Yeah, congrats to ATG. What a great time. You said in your country dating is haram? What is that? What is haram? What do I do? Or what does Noodle do? Yeah, no, I'm right now just chilling. My girlfriend's not home tonight. She's at her cousin's, so I'm just hanging out. Haram is going straight to marriage? One of my friends is live. Let's see which one of my friends is live. Tom Cho. Tom Cho is in a live match. I cannot invite him to go live with me. Voila. Let's see. All right, cool. Oh, that's haram is Islamic good and bad. Halal is good. Haram is good. Haram is bad. Oh, wow, that's sad. Well, yeah, I guess that if that's a cultural thing, uh, I don't. How do you feel about that, Noodle? Rather than me trying to share my experience of something I've never experienced. How do you feel about that? The idea that it is bad. Let me find some lights. I've got 2 phones streaming right now. Let me see. Let me get some lights on so my face isn't so dark right here. Be right back. Maricela Precia, what's going on? Maricela Precia. Just turned the air conditioning back on. So, what's up, everybody? This is my first like TikTok stream where I just do I'm doing a non-art live stream. My hair's a little bit crazy right now because I just had it up for painting. But this is exciting. Let's see what happens. I think, you know what I really find interesting about TikTok streaming is that people are actually more interested in people than you know, someone doing something like artwork, which I find interesting because I find watching artwork very interesting. Now, I definitely, you know, prefer to talk to people rather than artwork, but let's see. People have joined. What's going on? Let's say hello to Hannah, Nancy, Kurt, Glow, Fred Rockin, Eric Flugel, Silver RC, Cher, Emma Sherman, Kurt, Liv, Carrie Rose Branch. I'm gonna keep saying names. Keep saying names. Liv, Joyce Finch. What's going on? Kim Lovelace. Let's see. So, Noodle says you don't like it. It's strange. Without true love, who would ever be happy? Because it's most of the time arranged marriage. Yeah, I guess arranged marriage can be. Is that still a big thing in Bangladesh? Arranged marriage, like, is 90%? I feel like modern times has really pushed for arranged marriages to decrease. But yeah, very yeah, so such cultural differences. And out of curiosity, Noodle, so do people ban? Is there like certain pages that are are like banned or whatever? Like Instagram, like China bans Facebook and stuff. Bangladesh hijabs aren't mandatory. Okay, that's cool. That's good. But like it's if it's not mandatory like by the government, but like is it socially unacceptable to go outside without a hijab? We got La Bella Luna, Gabby, Cheryl Dowell, Valerie Knight, Valeria Knight, JB, Madame, Mr. Creep, Don Starfish, Stella B, Irene Omar. Be sure to connect. Who's a desk? Don Starfish is here. What's going on, Don? I wish I could change the name of this live in the middle of it. Activities. What are some activities? Go. Let's spark some joy. No, let's take a quiz later. So it's funny. I don't have anything to sell right now on TikTok. I love how TikTok is like this. Like you go to a lot of live streams and so many people are selling things. I love it. And you know, I've always wanted to be a live salesperson, but for whatever reason on TikTok I just don't do it. I usually do my reviews, product reviews on YouTube, but Bangladesh, Quora, and Reddit, and most corn sites are corn sites banned. Reddit and Quora because most people talk about the corruption. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So it's socially acceptable. That's great. Cause like you know, there's you know what's like acceptable, and then there's stuff you do because of like peer pressure, like local pressure. All right, Paige No Rat, Idalis Ramos, Dolly Rawlings, Letty, George, Blackhawk, Johanna Pitt. You know, I don't have any talents for TikTok other than just painting. So there's not much I could do as far as tricks go. Maybe like talking about motivation. This idea that, you know, if you're ever feeling unmotivated, the easiest way is to realize that motivation, there's only two forms of motivation. There's motivation towards something and motivation away from something. Either you're motivated to do something or you're motivated to avoid something. So like, it's one of those things where it's like, how can if you want to get motivated to do something, you got to figure out what about it is something that you want to move toward, or if it's something that you want to move toward but you're still not doing it, then you got to figure out what you really want to avoid. So let's use an example, getting rich, right? Most of us think that we want to move toward getting rich. Like, we all want to make a lot of money. Getting rich is this exciting thing, but at the same time, sometimes that isn't enough. Just the motivation toward like eating nice food, living in nice cities, being able to afford anything we want. Sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes the thing that drives someone to get rich is motivation away from something, getting out of poverty. Sometimes it's a relationship that went so bad that you're like, I gotta take my mind off of that. I gotta focus on getting very, very stinking rich. Or not stinking, but like smelling good rich. Excuse me. But let's see. Self-taught. But everybody in Bangladesh speaks English, I think. Mimi Moo, Julius Savvy, and Skunk have joined the room. Gaming on air. I don't game on air. But Bubs, Mimi Moo, and what's going on? HELLO. Grab the rankings. Oh, so I'm looking for people with rankings here, apparently, huh? Right. In the middle of Dhaka City. Chick with a brush. Let me interview people. Let me just invite random co-creators and interview people. Let's try that. Let's see how this works. Until my phone dies. Wow, ATG, how did you learn about Bangladesh? Nope, no invite there. Everybody is already co-hosting. Look at that. How do you even... Let me co-host with... Let's see, who can I co-host with? Bangladesh is a water country. Bangladesh is a water country. That's cool. Alright, let's see. Let's see if anybody accepts my invite to stream with them. I feel like... Oh, no. I was declined there. Let's see, who else? I guess that's what the agencies do. They prevent... they stick with each other and they don't work with other people. That makes sense. Like a TikTok agency. If you've got like 10 people in a TikTok agency, you just have them hang out with each other all day long. And then, kind of create your own clique and don't allow other people to hang out with you. Oh, that makes sense. I would do that. I would do an agency like that. Because otherwise, other people get like successful off your live, I guess, huh? Is that good or bad? I don't know. Shay, hey, Shay, what's going on, Shay? Oh yeah, hey, are your kids asleep? Did you want to share your artwork? I like the profile photo. Thank you. Yeah, I try to join other people's lives, and even though they have like 2 other people they're live with, they won't let me in. I'm guessing that's because they're part of some agency, and they only want to work with each other, not other people. I mean, I get that that's how that works, and I guess if you run the agency, that makes sense. I would probably do that, but I don't like that as someone random. Love the art. Thank you so much. Oh, cool. Awesome. Well, hey, thanks so much. I look forward to seeing that. So, yeah, cool. Yes. I'm very much looking forward to seeing the gift. But very nice. I don't know if you want to jump on live and share your artwork. I think you said that you wanted to do that a little while ago. This is the first time I'm doing, well, maybe not the first time, but one of the few times that I'm just doing live without artwork. So this is experimental for me. I'm actually straight doing this from YouTube as well, so I've got like 2 conversations going on. So Bangladesh is a water country. Buriganga, Turag River, Mirpur, technically a division of Buriganga. I love that word, Buriganga. I could pronounce that Buriganga. So let's see, who can host? Let me try to invite another host. Hopefully they don't decline me again. Let's just invite. How many people can I'm just inviting random co-hosts. Nobody wants to co-host with me. Invite, join. TikTok's no fun when nobody wants to play. You would right now, but you're varnished your clay doll and can't stop. Hey, that's cool. Well, thanks for letting me know. That sounds awesome. Clay doll. Yeah, you do clay and stuff. That's fantastic. I look forward to seeing how that works. I know you did lots of painting, but I didn't know you did the clay dolls. So it'll be good to. Bangladesh has the world's largest river in it. So what are there alligators in it? What type of animals might you find around the largest river in the world? Is it safe to swim across the Bangladesh River? I'm guessing it flows like very, very quickly. All right. Getting invited to chat with people is let's see. It's harder than I thought it would be. You'd think everybody would want to co-host with each other, but no one does. Makes me sad. So top that mix up most river dense and longest. We have very many very long rivers. Now it goes to like two, the Meghna, Jamuna, Budiganga. Budiganga. So Noodle, have you ever been to America? I imagine you have if you're able to type English that well. You type faster than I do. Hey ATG, you take care. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate that. It is about bedtime, and I'm glad that we're able to bore you enough to finally go to sleep. Enjoy your night. Have great dreams, my friend, and hope you get to see your new girlfriend again soon. Hey, first, first extra, extra live stream. What's going on, Laura?
Good. I'm glad that you speak English because everyone doesn't speak English on here.
Yeah, is that? I've been just sending massive invites to see who would join me on a live, and you're the first one out of like 50. So
Someone accepted?
nobody.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, and I thought people were just like, and I guess there's TikTok agencies, and I was just thinking maybe everybody's an agency and like only sticks with each other. But
What is with the agencies? I don't understand because every time I get off live, I get like swarmed with like a million messages saying, "Join our agency! Join our agency! We'll gift you big!" And I'm like, do some people get big gifts or getting from the agency? And that's Shandor! Hi, love.
yeah, okay, cool. Looks like you're getting started. So how do you do this? Can you teach me how to play this game?
Are you new to this? Like really new?
No, I've been live streaming, but I live stream other stuff. I don't like do this.
Um, hold on. YMCA? No, not only number one Rizzler. He has all the dudes.
All right.
Dudes. Okay, so this is how you do it. You battle people, and like I don't know. Everyone has like their own technique. I do like random funny things, and well, okay. Normally I troll people, but you're nice. I'm not gonna troll you.
Okay.
Normally
Sounds
I
good.
troll people and I act like this girl that I do skits on that like I guess the whole social media like likes her. She's like I don't know if you ever. Anyways, everyone thinks of her because I play the part well, and so that's what I do. Troll people and they think of this girl.
Ah, well, that's a good way to do stuff.
That also I do things. I also do things where I'm like, the cat to tell me what they want to do. So they tell me, oh, do the dance, do this, and I will do it. The cat tells me to do. And so that's what it is. And then I don't know. Other people in here are like really into this. They're like into their rankings and all that.
Yeah.
I'm reading. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you honestly. I am.
I
Okay,
think
that's good.
I think I need headphones.
Need 5. So we're doing good. So people are just like really into the rankings and they're just like, you know what I mean, number 1, A1. That's what we're doing here. And then the more people gift you, the more points you get on the top here.
Yeah.
How many people are in your live?
I think like one.
YMCA with the boxing gloves.
Oh, okay. So I have to. Do I invite? Okay, so I can invite people. Let's see.
That is me. Invite you, like, I don't know, you wearing your own. Guys, look at my new shirt. Look at my new shirt. Look at this. Can you see? Can you guys see my shirt? This is Super Mario Brothers. I got it at Target.
What a win! Super Mario's the best.
I love Super Mario. I'm like, that's what I grew up doing. Thanks, Eddie. That's what I grew up on. So, okay, back to the battle. So, up here, there's a time, 1:36. Oh, you're missing. Hi, Cindy. Thanks for coming in. Oh, you're missing. You're gone. I don't know if you flinched.
You've totally got an easy win. Can your people see me? Oh. Well, I gotta change my headphones because it says I can't use Bluetooth headphones. Yeah, you win. You are a champion. Man, these headphones don't work.
You guys tell me now. Uh-oh, we're echoing. I'm gonna do it. I will do it if you guys tell me. But I'll just remember it. I have a really cool book, you guys. This book is called Don't Believe Everything That You See. Hey, I have a question. For everybody in the chat, for the co-host, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Okay, so when you win, you have to shout out everyone, and you have to say, yeah, MVP, YMC, #1. You got a whiskey glass. Let's use that.
Oh, it says you gotta propose a funny task.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, thank you, Cindy.
Hey, Noodle, my TikTok is at Huzzah Creative, HUZZA Creative. So if you want to help me win this game, I'm about to lose in 2 minutes, but if you want to help me win this game,
Okay.
jump in.
You want to dance?
Huh?
I'm gonna do top screen. I'll do the dance. Okay, they want me to do the dance for you. Here it is.
Here it is. Do the dance.
Hi, John. Welcome to the lodge. Today we're in my room. So I'm usually in the kitchen streaming. Okay. Okay, well, how am I going to do this over there? Okay, this is my dance. How can I do this? Like this. Okay, ready? Wait, I need to, like...
Oh yeah, I guess I could type it here. How do I type my TikTok? I can't even type in my YouTube live, can I?
Here we go. Jonathan with the galaxy! Hey, Jonathan! Thank you! You're so sweet! You came just in time for the Rizzler dance. I'm making my own look. I'm making my own table because we're not in the kitchen right now. We're in my room. Okay, hold on. No, I need still. Okay. All right, here we go. Here's the Rizzler dance.
All right, the Rizzler dance.
All the way up until battle started. Wait, you've been here since the second. Wait. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Here's the Rizzler dance. Here we go. Wait, I made my own table right here. Okay, ready? Here we go. Sticking out my cat for the Rizzler. Still skibbity. Still fat attack. I just want to
You can't get in my live, Noodle? How come? What's going on, Noodle?
Really bad one.
Well, good dance. That was very impressive, very very skillful. Seemed very practiced.
One dance on here. That is what I do.
That's
I do that because the girl that I'm doing the impression on, she does that dance all day. All her. I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about. Hold on.
yeah. What's her name?
Adriel Sigler.
Adriel Sigler. Okay.
Adriel Sigler. Sigler.
I'll have to look her up.
Look her up. Okay, when you look her up, you're gonna know why I do that, and I always wear the black shorts.
So you're the doppelganger.
I always wear the black shorts. She always wears black shorts.
Nice, nice.
Thanks for the roses. Oh, Jonathan, thanks for the roses. You know, like how people do that. Rose. Ready? Thanks for the rose.
Oh yeah, they do the NPC thing.
Yeah, don't worry, babe. That's why tonight's a chill night. I'm not gonna be super long.
Cool, cool.
I have to pick my daughter. I'm making rice right now with seeds inside of it. Okay, bye, babe. Love you.
You say rice with seeds? What the heck? What is that? Like chia?
Chia seeds, and it's a combination. Thank you, Jonathan, for the rose. Hey, Ruth, thanks for joining. Adjust your camera to show your upper body. I am.
All right, I'm inviting more. I'm gonna try to invite more people. How do you do this? Let's see if anybody. How many people I have to invite?
Share your life. Share your life. You guys, hold on a minute. Like, I know there's only 9 of you in here. It's vegan rice. Yes, it's technically this. So I'm making rice. I'm chopping up tomatoes and avocado slices 15 at a time. What do you, that you send out. Yeah, you're right. And I'm chopping up avocado slices, and I have a flaxseed pita bread, and open the pita bread, and the rice inside, avocado. I don't eat meat, so I just eat avocado. I really don't eat meat, guys.
Are you totally vegan?
The girl that I do the impressions on, she's a vegan. So that's how I first found her, because I was like, oh, I don't eat meat either.
So you are truly living the Ziegler life.
No, but I've been a vegetarian my entire life, except for like 2 to 3 years. Like, so I'm 41, and I've been a vegetarian probably 35 years of my life.
That's a lot.
Wait, okay, look, someone's trying to join with us. So, I'm gonna push accept.
All right.
Hi, brother.
What's up, bro?
I am from Pakistan.
Here, no, I'm gonna grow out my hair.
From Pakistan. Cool, man. Hello.
Yeah, I am from Pakistan.
America.
Where are you from?
Los Angeles.
Laura, where are you from?
Oh my god, it's yelling!
So what's going on? Is it night in Pakistan? How you doing?
Yeah.
It's nighttime?
I am living in Pakistan.
Laura, you ever been to Pakistan?
No. I would love to.
Ladla, can you invite us both to visit you in Pakistan?
Yes. Visit to Pakistan. Very beautiful people and very beautiful space.
Thank you, John. Lions.
Very nice. That's awesome of you, dude.
Okay, take care.
Go do some random battles. I left it. I didn't remember it.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do? Chat, you let me know. I'm here for you. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to go battle some random people to mess with them and show them?
So have you won like a full TikTok community challenge before? I could see you doing that.
Oh yeah, I would love to. Amber and Jonathan, thank you for the flowers. Tom, much love. Thank you. What? Wait, what'd you say?
Like a full-on TikTok, like you know how TikTok has all these like long challenges where you have to like get the top leaderboards. Have you won one? I could see you doing that.
I would do that, but those people are really, really, really suggestion session. Thank you, Amber. I think I might go in the kitchen and we have to do more of it. Amber, the paper crane. Thank you, love. You're so sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
So, should we go troll people? I think we should. I'm gonna add you.
How do you?
Amber with
How would we troll people? What's your suggestion?
What?
What's your suggestion?
Jonathan with the flowers. Thank you. Okay, I'm not gonna know. What do you mean?
Like trolling people. What's your what's your plan of attack here?
I just try to hit on all the guys, and I'm like, hey, I'm like, you want to date me? And do things like that, and then the dance, or do this dance, ready? Or do this dance. This is another one that the girl does.
Yeah.
When I get on top of my ride, I'm only hoping to popper till I die.
There you go. That's cute.
Slide. So I want to slide. So yeah, that's the other dance.
So what if you made up your own dance? What would that look like? What would a Laura dance be?
I actually made one up the other day, and I can't remember. There's another song that I made up with my daughter in the car, but it's too graphic. It's not good for TikTok.
But you and your daughter did it, right? So surely.
Oh. So
Anyway.
making rice, some lettuce, like a lettuce wrap, rice in there. Danger.
That sounds good.
You guys- So I suggest, you know what? You could just gotta find your own niche.
Yeah.
What you're doing.
Yeah. Yo, Noodle Bro, I'm actually gonna sign off on YouTube. But if you can get me on TikTok, good chat with you, dude. Noodle, thanks for tuning in, man. I'll probably paint more tomorrow at some point. But let me hop off YouTube so I can focus on TikTok for a little bit. And I'm gonna go to bed soon too, Noodles. So we'll chat soon. Later, dude.
That sounds like that.
Good night, YouTube. Yeah, there he is. What's up?
Oh, he's so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's a
I have
floor
two
cat.
cats too.
Simba, you scared, dude? What's going on, man? Oh, he's like, what's going on? Who's talking here? What's this craziness? Oh, there you go. He's a floor cat.
Nice
All right.
talking to you. I'm gonna troll right now.
All right, go do that. Go do that. Sounds